Okay, that was, and I am going to fucking butcher this, Licht und Skaten, which is from the Tokyo Ghoul soundtrack from Season 1. I have seen Season 1 and a little bit of Season 2, but that was my favorite track from Season 1, and the first time I heard that drop, oh my fucking god. Such a fucking epic track. I don't know why it's not on my phone, but it deserves to be on my phone. It's one of those tracks that you could pump iron to, you could run, you can sprint to. It is an overall epic track, totally underrated, amazing anime. I'd love to watch more of Tokyo Ghoul. I have watched a little bit of Tokyo Ghoul Abridged. Unfortunately, it's not on the YouTube channel because it keeps getting taken down for copyright, even though it isn't abridged. But it is sitting on the Patreon. So anyone with access to Patreon, I highly recommend you watch that abridged. It is fucking good. Fucking good. All right, let's get started with episode 14 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The Tokyo Ghoul anime is trash. Man, I liked Season 1. Season 1 was good. I don't know if we watched the same anime, but Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul was really good in my opinion. The manga is better. Well, I mean, I hear a lot that the manga is better, and I get that, but you gotta also consider that for Danganronpa, the game is better, but the anime is what got many people into it. So, don't shit on the anime. The anime is there to advertise the manga or the game, so you shouldn't exactly shit on it, because it's probably what's bringing in the audience which funds the creation of the manga, similar to Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, and One Piece. Don't shit on it. Don't shit on it. You're only shooting yourself in the foot, or as the saying goes, you're cutting your nose to spite your face. Don't do it. Alright, episode 14 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh, starting straight away. Such a good opening. Such a sweet opening, but one thing that did cross my mind, which I should mention, was I noticed that in the opening they showcase everyone that uses a particular weapon. You've got Armstrong that uses his fists because his arms are strong. You've got Slove Girl with ponytail that uses dual pistols. You've got the guy that clicks his fingers and burns everything and whatnot. All well and good, but you should never put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to weapons and fighting styles, because if that particular weapon or fighting style is incapacitated or ineffective against your enemy, you're basically a fish on dry land. And also, learning different fighting styles and weapons only makes you more versatile and teaches you how to counter those weapons. Because as soon as you start learning a fighting style or using a particular weapon, you see the disadvantages and the shortcomings of it very fucking quickly. So putting all your eggs in one basket is what a novice does. You don't have to be a master of every weapon, but you should never put your faith in a single one. It's foolish. Foolish at best. Foolish at best. It's okay to have something that you're particularly good with, but dangerous game. The whole place is a giant fucking pentagram.
He must have some serious connections to have made it this far at his age.
Yeah, well, you can't climb to the top that quickly without falling just as fast.
Wow, the amount of shit talking in the background. Fuck him. Fuck him. Oh, he's feeding off it.
Come in.
I like it. It's passionate.
Good morning. Colonel Roy Mustang.
Oh, yes, Colonel Mustang. I'm terribly sorry, but your transfer was poorly timed. His Excellency the Fuhrer is away.
Where is he?
Conducting an inspection at Southern HQ.
He's in the South?
Something doesn't smell right to me.
You know what it feels like to me? Old times.
Oh,
What an interesting discovery for such a routine inspection.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually excited to see the old timer in action because we saw what he did with Edward. I really want to see him in action. And look at him. For his old age, his body's still in its prime. I like it. This is my Kendo sensei, 7th Dan Fukuda sensei. If you ever see him, he's an old man. He's in his mid-60s, but he's rocking a six-pack and everything. Like, don't fuck with those old Japanese guys. Meanwhile, this guy's like, yo, I got shotgun, I got gun, I got this shit. And this guy's like, hi, mein Führer, I look like Catholic priest, and I got 45 caliber Nazi gun. Fucking Nazis. Wait, what the fuck's this? Oh shit, how many swords is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Ooh, someone likes his blades. Ooh, ooh. Well, the only thing that's going to be really fucked is his lack of depth perception. Unless he didn't actually lose his eye, he's keeping one of them closed in case he has to fight in darkness. Because that's what pirates used to do. They used to have an eye patch that kept an eye closed for the night. So if it's night, you just take it off and you can actually see in night. This is going to look good. I'm looking for... Sorry, Armstrong, I really do like you, but like... This is the shit I want to see. This is a fight I want to see. Oh, yes. Things are looking good so far.
Move in.
Oh, I'm excited for this. I mean, I want to see a fight too, but you get what I mean.
A housewife and a hot-headed brat. What a team. Though, to be honest, it's not one I'm particularly interested in fighting. I'll just be on my way now.
What? Wait, that fucking voice. He fucking voices Asuna in come on, you got it. Soul Eater. The end guy in Soul Eater. He voices the Kishin. You know, the really bad guy that fights death in the end. Same voice. It's him. I knew it fucking sounded familiar. Listen to it. Just close your ears.
A housewife and a hot-headed brat. What a team. Though, to be honest, it's not one I'm particularly interested in fighting.
It's how he ends his sentences, the inflections. I could play a clip of him in Soul Eater if you want, but that's the fucking voice.
I'll just be on my way now.
It's how he ends the sentence. I'll be on my way now. Like the way it smoothly drops.
What? You coward! Teacher, what's wrong?
He ran away. How pathetic.
You okay now? Teacher, just hang on!
Let's just hope they're not American guards, because they'll end up shooting their own men.
Will you stay put? Quit struggling! I don't wanna... Greed!
Ah, Martel, I'm glad to see that you're safe.
What's going on up there? No one else has made it back yet.
Yeah, things have gotten a little out of hand, so we need to figure a way out of here.
I can't let you do that.
Huh? Just what do you want, old man?
It's the Fuhrer! Why is he here? King Bradley?
Huh. What's the most powerful man in the land doing down here?
Not that you'd know, but growing old isn't easy.
Huh?
This year marks my 60th birthday. It's frustrating how your body stops moving the way you want it to. So I'd like to finish this job as quickly as possible and return home.
I've got an idea. Retire! Well, look at this. The old man's got some moves!
Go, Armstrong!
Behold! You have just had the rare pleasure of witnessing the famous Armstrong statuary technique. Well then, I guess my ordinary methods aren't gonna work.
Yes, fight like men! Sweaty, hairy, and topless.
Now that's certainly peculiar.
Ooh, that's a mean.
We've secured the boy and the woman. Now eliminate every last one of these freaks.
Yep, typical American, shooting civilians.
Those are the Fuhrer's direct orders.
Oh yeah, that is not out of place. Ooh. He does look like
You're a
Venom.
most commendable adversary, sir. And you're just as tough as ever, Major Armstrong. The last time I saw you in action was the Ishvalan Civil War. A former ally, eh? Even more reason to end this. No need for such bloodshed. Surrender, and just let myself be killed.
Major!
Wait. Does his eye work?
I understand why you think you have an advantage over a man like me, since I possess neither your impenetrable ultimate shield nor an ultimate spear that can pierce any substance. But I'll tell you a secret. Do you know how I managed to distinguish myself amongst the storms of bullets on the battlefield time after time?
Bloodlust?
To rise to my current position. You're...
Huh?
I may not have the protection of your ultimate shield, but I clearly see your weakness with my ultimate eye.
Was that one of the
Now they
tattoos?
bleed.
Is he Wrath? Is he Wrath by any chance? Or Pride?
How many times am I going to have to kill you before you stay dead?
Where the hell is Greed?
Wait, so he's manufactured. He's not a human. Oh, shit. It would make sense for a military leader like that to either be Pride or Wrath. Motherfucker.
I don't know. It's too dark to see anything.
Oh yeah, he's fucked.
No, Greed! Quiet! Let me out! Come on, damn it! No way! I said open up! I can't, he'll kill you!
That makes 15 times you've died now. How many lives have you got left?
Damn you. Oh, crap. I kind of wish we died back there.
There's still plenty of time to tuck your tail and run away.
Trust me, I'd love to. But I've got this obnoxious canine sense of loyalty. Do us a favor, kid, and get her out of here.
Protect her.
Don't Shadow! Hey! Quit trying to stop me! Let me out! I can't! I don't have time to argue! Now open up! They need my help, damn it! I said no! I can't let you out! Just shut up! I need out of here! You're not gonna make me sit here and watch my friends get killed, are you?
Sexism 101. You protect the woman and then you're called a sexist by the woman. Really, guys, sexism is not all so bad. Do you really want to send women to die in a war?
They asked me to protect you, so quit struggling and be quiet! Don't Shadow, no!
Damn.
Please, I'm begging you. I'm sorry. I can't.
Whoa, that was a little excessive. Killing me is one thing, but they're not coming back.
Pitying the lost lives of your pawns? Pathetic.
Excuse me? Are you senile? Did you forget who I am, old man?
I love how he says pitying the lost lives of your pawns pathetic. It almost makes it seem like all the soldiers under his command are nothing but chess pieces and he doesn't care which of them die. Which makes me suspect that he has a sort of agenda as well when it comes to Edward and the other kid. Because we know some of the deadly sins have an agenda and it has something to do with the Philosopher's Stone. But given that he's one of the deadly sins, what's to say that he doesn't have an agenda of his own? Still, really cool guy.
I'm the living incarnation of greed. Those weren't my friends, Bradley. They were my possessions. Money, women, henchmen, they're all possessions. So killing my henchmen is the same as stealing from me. And I don't let people take what's mine.
Greed? You grow more pathetic by the second.
Woof.
Now you stay put. I'll be right back.
We gotta run.
Not so fast. Aren't you the younger brother of Edward Elric? They didn't hurt you, did they? Can I help you at all?
Sure. I mean, no, I'm fine. Thanks, but I'm alright. Mortal! Don't do this!
Are you nuts?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
You do realize to choke someone like that, he's got at least 20 seconds of oxygen. Even if you completely block off the windpipe. And I don't think you can decapitate him. So, he's got enough energy to basically, you know, stab you. And I'm willing to bet that he's going to last longer than you. So, well, you just signed your death warrant. Have fun with that, lady.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Stop it, Martel! Please! Die, Bradley!
See, I would have thought he would have just gone straight through the armor, but he just went like that and he spared him any damage. He did the good old-fashioned execution they used to do with swords. I mean, they call it a soldier's death if you do like a clean blade strike through here. It goes right through sort of this area. It completely avoids the rib cage and basically goes straight through your heart, and then you just pull the blade out. At the same time, it's also a very effective form of execution. Though, Hey Kuma, imagine being a living suit of armor and having someone die inside of you. I don't think it's more so the fact that he's a suit of armor. I think it's more so the fact that he's still technically a child. I get that he has a few years of experience and he has watched people die, but the factor of the matter is he still wanted to save the girl's life, even though she was an enemy combatant, who basically was probably going to end up killing him anyway. So he's still a child deep down. He's not a murderer. Neither is he a killer. So, I don't think the fact that he's a suit of armor matters. That's quite irrelevant at this point. But what would I know about people and feelings? Wait, does that mean he's gonna... Wait, I missed something. Is it because they got blood on the sigil? Wait, I missed something.
Die, Bradley!
Okay, lady, if you're gonna choke someone, use both hands at the very least. Use both thumbs to push in. Don't just grab... Whatever. What do I know about choking people? Why is he in there? Oh, wait! He's getting a glimpse of the memories that he's lost!
It's Mom! Wait! Mom, wait! Mom!
Al! Wake up! Al! Say something! Al!
Brother,
You okay?
are you okay? You're covered in blood.
We thought it best to open you and remove her before you awoke.
I couldn't save her.
You can't blame yourself, Al. Come on, let's go home, okay?
Well, that's gonna be fun to rationalize. Hi, I kept the girl inside my armor to save her life, but in doing so, I ended up getting her killed. And then you're gonna have to go to the stage of finally realizing that if you let her out of the armor, she would have charged to help her friends and would have died anyway. So even though she died, it's technically not your fault because the probability of you saving her was higher than you letting her die. So all in all, not your fault. But then you're gonna say, I wasn't strong enough to stop her from choking the guy. But you forget the fact that she was fueled by raw hormones, which literally makes sometimes mothers lift up cars to save their little babies. So you couldn't have overpowered her even if you wanted to. So, you know, all in all, it's not your fault. But then again, that's being purely rational and you're being emotional, which kind of doesn't work. So I'll let you go through the 7 stages of grieving and, you know, get over it.
Al?
I know, I'm a monster sometimes. That's what happens when I've seen people die in front of me since I was a kid. After a while, you get over it. I've had family members die and it's just another day.
Hold it, you two.
Nani?
There are a few questions I need to ask both of you before you could leave. Have either of you had any previous dealings with a man who referred to himself as Greed?
Of course not.
Did you happen to trade any manner of information with him?
Uh-oh!
None at all. And the military wasn't even mentioned, not once.
That isn't my concern. Let me be more specific. If you arranged a deal or shared any knowledge with him, then I'll execute both of you right now.
So he either... I don't think he's concerned about the military side of the things being that you cooperated with the enemy. I think he's more concerned with something that Greed knew. Specifically regarding how to do life and death alchemy. Because I have a feeling our good friend here knows about it. I have a feeling here our friend here knows about how to do it too. I have a feeling here that our good friend here did it himself. This is getting really interesting.
I'll ask again, did you share any knowledge that might affect the military?
No. Can we go now?
I am curious about your steel arm and leg and your brother's armor body. Is there any connection between the two? You really are an honest kid. All right, men, pull out. And you make sure to take good care of your younger brother, Edward.
An interrogation disguised as a friendly chat. Huh. I mean, with those types of people, the best way to deal with them is basically assume they already know the answer to the question you're asking. They're typically very gifted in picking up telltale signs of lies. Be very careful.
I appreciate everything you've done for the Elric brothers.
Oh no, it's nothing at all. It's simply one of the many duties of the military to protect our state alchemists.
Oh, look at that. He's also interrogating their teacher. Great, what a nice guy.
But what about you? I'm sure you could use a little extra protection.
You mean as a state alchemist?
Why, yes, exactly.
You're asking a bedridden housewife to join the military? You can't be serious. Is the country really in so much trouble that you'd need the help of someone like me?
There's no need to be harsh. Well, I will be back. I'll keep my fingers crossed that when I do return, perhaps you'll have had a change of heart.
There's something I forgot to mention. Greed had an Ouroboros tattoo.
I'm not sure I follow.
Think back. The fifth laboratory, the Philosopher's Stone. Remember the guys I told you and Colonel Hughes about?
Colonel Hughes, Listen, Edward Elric. Do not do anything rash.
Sure.
Well then, good night.
Brother? They're back. All the memories of when my body was taken away, I remember.
What'd you see?
Well, it was definitely weird. But unfortunately, I didn't find out anything about how to get our bodies back.
That's okay.
So I guess we haven't made any progress.
No, it's not entirely true. You remember what the Fuhrer told us back in Central? About the unrest amongst the ranks of the military?
And it all had something to do with the Philosopher's Stone and those Ouroboros guys. He said he was trying to gather info on them.
Well, greed was obviously connected to them somehow. But if so, why'd the Fuhrer slaughter everyone? If he was trying to figure out what they're up to, why didn't he catch them and make them talk?
Yeah, good point. It also seems a little weird that the Fuhrer himself would lead an attack against such a small group.
Maybe he doesn't like competition. Maybe they're all going for the same goal.
Sure does. No matter how you look at it, none of this adds up. We've been warned, but we need to get closer.
The real question is, if they're all manufactured, who manufactured them? It might be pride. And pride is usually the deadly sin which is most closely associated with the devil. Because in Dante's Inferno, which is where the 7 deadly sins originally come from, the center is pride. Well, not pride, it's the people that basically betray people, and you've got Judas, you've got, well, you've basically got the devil that's chewing on Judas and someone else, but basically, yeah. So the 7 deadly sins back in the day were category... Okay, so I'll try to explain in a really simple way without taking it too much out of proportion. So back in the day when the Catholic Church was, you know, basically the Catholic Church and running the place, they put 7 deadly sins as the 7 sins you could commit which are bad. So you had greed, you had lust, you had gluttony, you had wrath, you had pride, you had sloth, you had... What did I miss? I always miss one. Pride, wrath, greed, sloth, gluttony. Did I say lust? Fuck, I always miss one. Envy, that's the one. Envy. So they basically said these are the 7 deadly sins which will cause you to, you know, go to hell, lose your soul, and blah, 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 blah. The Orthodox Church didn't really categorize sins or put 7 deadly sins because a sin is a sin, right? You shouldn't categorize it. They're all bad. Anyways, so the Catholic Church is like, these are the 7 deadly sins, and these are the sins that are going to get you sent to hell. And you've got a divine comedy, which was called Dante's Inferno, that basically created these 7 deadly sins into different layers of hell. Being, you know, the least serious layer was on the outside, and the worse the sins get, the deeper and deeper into hell you go, with the middle of hell basically being, I believe it was pride with the devil in there, which was basically for betraying people the same way Judas betrayed Jesus, as we know from the story. So that's basically it. I haven't read Dante's Inferno, but that's basically it. There were just 7 deadly sins. They say those are the deadly sins that will get you to lose your soul. And it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, why is one sin so much worse than the other one? Because, you know. The Catholic Church. They misinterpreted the words of Christ and then weaponized religion to control the masses. And then diddled the little boys. So yes, Catholic Church. I mean, I'm shocked that anyone would take them seriously to begin with. Like, you know, I am the Pope. Yesterday I was a normal man that could commit sin, and today I'm infallible. Meaning that I can murder prostitutes and fuck their corpses, and I still haven't committed sin. Which actually happened, by the way. So, like, how the fuck does that make sense? And also, how can the Pope be God's representative on earth when Jesus Christ himself, the Son of God, is considered a high priest in the church? That means the Pope is higher ranked than Jesus Christ. How the fuck does that work? Because I am the Catholic Pope. Well, get the fuck out of here, Pope. Well, sloth is basically considered wasting the gifts that you were given, or taking things for granted. Greed is being obsessed with material possessions or taking more than you need. Wrath is kind of self-explanatory. Lust is kind of self-explanatory. Gluttony, kind of same thing, overeating and things like that. Envy is being jealous of other people, which again means you're ungrateful for what you have. You don't count your blessings, and can also lead you to do other things like steal someone else's wife, steal someone else's possession, you know, all these type of things. Which is why it's silly to try to categorize the sins, because one can actually lead to another. How can you say that gluttony is worse than lust, or lust is worse than wrath? You know, like all this shit. No one takes the Catholic Church seriously, and quite frankly, no one ever has.
Welcome back, Führer. How was your inspection of the South?
Excuse me?
To say the least, it was a very productive visit. It seems both Fullmetal's younger brother and their teacher are worthy candidates for human sacrifice.
Excuse me?
Oh, and one other thing. I made an unexpected catch.
Talk about a blast from the past. It's been a century since I've seen that face.
Excuse me, you're working with lust? Well, that fucking explains it.
Rise and shine, Greed. You can't sleep all day.
Well.
Well, look at that. Wrath and lust are together. Talk about a power couple. You still haven't said which one is the worst for you, Kuma. I'm a mixture of pride and wrath. Trust me. Those are my 2 main sins. Lust is a close third. And then probably gluttony. Followed by greed? Envy's sort of at the bottom on my list because I don't really give a shit about other people. Well, about what they have. Like, I mean, everyone runs their own race. I don't really give a shit. But definitely wrath. I am very, very wrathful. No, really. I am really fucking wrathful. Like, you know the whole saying, beware the wrath of a patient man? That was probably written after God saw what I will probably do in the future. Like, I hold grudges. I'm talking grudges. I mean, I will not forget about it. You'll probably forget about it, but trust me, you will feel it. Wrath, definitely wrath. Pride is okay for you, wrath not. Pride is actually very bad. Pride is very, very bad. Because it's overinflating your own self-importance, which leads you to make decisions based on yourself rather than the common good. That's why pride is bad. Pride is what causes people to do stupid shit and fuck up the world for their own ego. That's why pride is bad. Not because, oh, I like myself, that is bad. It's more so that it leads you to do stupid things because you're a selfish, egotistical maniac. That's the danger of pride. It's not like, oh, this guy eats too much food. Well, let's send him to hell. It's more so that this guy loves possessing food so much that he has tons of the stuff and it will literally go off and be thrown in the trash. But because he's so greedy, he's collecting it and hoarding it, which means other people who are legitimately hungry and need it are unable to get it because of this one person. That's the problem with things like greed. And then when it comes to things like sloth, it's not like, oh, well, this guy likes to sleep too long, let's send him to hell. It's more so that, well, hang on, you've been given these gifts and these talents. Like, say, for example, you're a gifted surgeon, and you have the potential to become one of the greatest surgeons in the world who could perform surgeries that other people simply cannot because of your sheer skill and talent. Well, by being lazy, you've never fully developed this talent. As a result, you never became a surgeon. As a result, lives which could have been saved were not, leading to a chain reaction of, whatever, so on and so forth. You might think, well, that's oddly specific. Okay, let's look at it this way. You didn't plow the field, or you didn't plant the seeds, or you didn't harvest the crops in time. I'm using an example from a couple of 100 years ago. As a result, a storm happened, or an animal came and ate all the crops. As a result, there wasn't enough food. As a result of not having enough food, people didn't have enough to eat. As a result of not eating enough, their immune systems were lowered. And because their immune systems were lowered, when the flu came along, it killed a few people. As a result of those few people dying, society as a whole was negatively impacted because they had talents of their own. So shit like that. The sin on a very small scale is not a go straight to hell, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Mind you, I was offered a scholarship to become a priest. I said no because they don't pay enough. The Archbishop kind of laughed at me. Nice guy, by the way. Anyways, so the sins on a small everyday scale are not things that will get you banished to hell. It's only when the sins become a habit. You know how habits form, right? If you do the same thing for 28 days, it becomes stronger. It becomes a habit. And you will do it more and more often. It becomes easier and easier to do it. Like someone that's smoking or someone that's eating. If you eat a little bit every time you're stressed, eventually you end up eating so much that you become overweight and unhealthy. It's just basically becoming aware of these bad things and stopping them before they turn into a problem. Similar to lust, right? If you're walking down the street and you're like, oh, she's got a nice butt, or oh, he's got a nice butt, you think you're going to get sent to hell? No. But it becomes a problem when, say, I don't know, you start lusting over everyone and everything. It causes you to become very dysfunctional. Your family falls apart. The family unit breaks down. You end up cheating on your wife or your husband. As a result, the family unit destroys itself. The kids are living in literal hell. The family splits up. All these other things. And you're not only negatively impacting your own family, you could also negatively impact the other person's family. Or you might become a stalker. Or you might become a rapist, or you might become a serial, like all these things. It's not the whole act of, oh, they've got a nice butt that gets you sent to hell. No, it's when these things blow out of proportion. Like they say with anything is okay in moderation. Oh, I hit myself and I got angry, go to hell. That doesn't make any sense. It's only when this anger becomes self-perpetuating and you try to put yourselves in situations where you can get angry and use anger as an excuse, only then does it become an actual problem. It's context that matters, which is why the Orthodox Church never gave a shit about 7 deadly sins. Why is it these 7 sins that are deadly? Any sin can be deadly. You just need to catch it while it's small and manageable. Like a cancer or a parasite or a disease. Catch it when it's small, you can treat it. Catch it when it's stage 4 terminal cancer, you can't do shit with it. That's why the whole premise of 7 deadly sins is ridiculous. But what the Catholic Church liked to do was weaponize religion. They used the confessional booths as a way to get information, and they also used the church and, purgatory, something they invented themselves, being a plane between heaven and hell, where sinners spend time to purge them of their sins before they're ready to go to heaven, as a mechanism to sell tickets to reduce the number of years that they spend in purgatory in exchange for money. Also, anyone that joined the Holy Crusades and gave up all their money to the church will get instant access to heaven. You see why no one likes the Catholic Church? They weaponized religion and used people. And then they created an infallible position, basically meaning you can do whatever you want, being the Pope, because he is God's representative on earth. So if the Pope wants 24 hookers in the middle of night, it's okay because he's the Pope. Or if the Pope is diddling little boys, it's okay because he's a Pope. Or if the priest is playing with the little boys, it's okay. Like, see, I don't mind if I get sent to hell. Just put me as one of the torturers. Give me a cheese grater and a bottle of acid and I'll have fun with all these pedophiles. Hell, I'll even enjoy it. And the way I see it is, there's nothing wrong with wrath. Have you read Old Testament God? The guy flooded the planet and created the angel of death to kill firstborns which were innocent when he got pissed off. The way I see it, I was created in God's image. Therefore, my wrath is a part of God. You can't say it's bad when it's his. What, God can be wrathful and I can't? It's something me and Old Testament God have in common. Our wrath. Trust me, you don't want to get on my bad side. I think deep down all Serbians are sadists. Anyway, enough about religion and the 7 deadly sins. But yes, wrath. Definitely wrath and pride, right here. Don't get me wrong, I got the other ones too, but definitely pride and wrath. Anyway, let's continue.
Rise and shine, Greed. You can't sleep all day.
Well, well, the gang's all here.
Looks like your ultimate shield let you down after all.
Maybe, but you never do, Lust the Lascivious. Feel free to pierce me with your ultimate spear anytime you want. Hello, Gluttony the Voracious. Still haven't found the right diet for you yet, huh? And Little Envy the Jealous, please, for the last time, get a new outfit. And where is Sloth the Indolent these days?
I'm sure he'd love to be here slacking off, but we have to keep him working.
Excuse me, but why is Sloth working? And why does Sloth look like he can lift a truck?
I'm sure he'd love to be here slacking off, but we...
Seriously, why does Sloth look like he lifts trucks? Oh, he's a slave. Lust has a slave. Lust has a slave. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lust has a slave. Hey. What? Can't make a sex joke?
We have to keep him working.
Sorry to say it, but it's kind of depressing that none of you have changed in the past 100 years. So...
Okay, we get it. You're old. Is he over 100 years old? Damn.
Who's the new addition?
I am Wrath the Furious.
Really? Did they have to spell it out that obviously? I thought it was more cool when we figured it out ourselves. Hey, here's a question. Who's Dumbledore? I won't answer it because it's a spoiler, but the answer might shock you.
Fuhrer, King, Bradley, and Wrath, one and the same.
Indeed. The humans know him as the leader of Amestris. But the truth is that he was created by Father for the final stage of the plan.
Excuse me, she said father. Oh god, their creator is Lucifer, isn't he? Your daddy's the devil, isn't he? I wonder what Lucifer's gonna look like. Is he gonna be a chick? Because let's face it, the devil likes to take many forms. I mean, if I could take any form, I'd make it a chick. Why wouldn't you be a chick? Chicks are cool. And curvy.
A homunculus that can grow older? That's impossible.
Oh, really? I thought nothing was impossible. You used to toss that one around like it was your catchphrase. You change your mind or something?
Shut your worthless trap, ugly. Uh-oh, that's a scary face. Go on and let it out. Why don't you show us what you really look like? You hideous freak.
You scum! Call me that again and I will destroy you.
Stop your nonsense, both of you. It's time you resolve this sibling rivalry. Your father does not wish to see such ugly behavior.
Lucy, is that you?
Hey, Pops, long time. I know it's been 100 years and all, but you sure do look decrepit.
Greed. You are both my son, and you are a piece of my soul.
Really? Al and Thingo's dad? You left your wife to die from overworking so you could create deadly sins. You're over 100 years old, and you let your wife die of overworking. I'm sorry, what was your excuse? You got bored? Oh, I'm too good for this shit. Really? So you're good enough to stay there and create a baby, but you're too good to stick around. Cheeky, get the wood chipper on the extra slow setting. I hear these bastards regenerate. And a bottle of rakia, 90% extra acidic. And a peeler. Oh yeah, I can be Old Testament too. And guess what? I'd probably enjoy it.
So why would you betray your loving father?
I'm surprised you ask. I mean, you know the answer to that better than anyone, Dad. I'm Greed the Avaricious. You were the one that made me this way after all. I'm just being myself.
Wait. Lust, greed, envy, wrath, pride. We're down 2. Oh God. Wait, is that a serpent eating its own tail? What is this, Norse mythology? Are there Elric brothers? Okay, sloth, wrath, pride, envy, gluttony, greed. Oh. So there's only 1 slot left. My bad.
I simply had larger ambitions than spending my life working for you.
And if I were to ask you to return and work for me again?
Never.
I love the whole prodigal son thing we have going here. Hi, I'm daddy. Hi, I'm prodigal son. I'm going to the city to sleep with hookers and get my own, you know, whatever the fuck. But I want you back, son. No, fuck off, dad. Hi, I'm dressed wearing white sitting on a throne because I think I'm God. Ooh. Quick, someone get me a few nails so I can nail him to a tree. You want to be God? Let's treat you like a god.
As you wish.
Ooh, I watched Saw.
Jeez, talk about cheesy.
Why don't you come on in, kids? The water's fine! Nice and hot, just like the flames in hell. I'll send you a postcard, let you know what they're like. And when the rest of you get there, I'll be waiting for you!
Now return from whence you were born. Return to my depths and rejoin my soul. Return, Greed!
If that's what you want, Dad! Just don't blame me when I give you a stomachache! You did it to yourself!
Are they from him?
I propose a toast, my children. I shall drink to the promised day and to your undying loyalty.
So they're from his body? Or are they sins taken out of his body? So he took out his lust to form lust, he took out his wrath to form wrath, So that... I don't know, I'm still gonna have to wrap my head around that one. Is it more metaphorical or is it literal? Well, I bet watching your brother be melted and then drank by your father wouldn't be traumatic at all whatsoever. I'm sorry, have you seen what Old Testament God does in his spare time?
Father!
Wait, you have
Welcome
kids?
home, Father! I'm so glad you're back!
You have kids?
And it's good to be back, Salim.
Did you have a good trip?
Why, yes, I'd say it was productive at the very least.
I do wish you would act your age, darling.
Oh my god, this kid is going to be sacrificed to the devil. Oh god. Ugh, I've seen enough of this anime to know every time there's a cute character introduced that is wholesome and innocent, they're gonna fucking die.
Why couldn't you just retire and try to enjoy some peace and quiet for a change?
Hey, now I'm not quite that old yet. Oh, Salim, you'll never guess who I ran into down south. The Fullmetal Alchemist.
You saw the little alchemist? Can I meet him sometime, Father?
You sure do like to hear about Edward, don't you, Salim?
Well, he is the youngest state alchemist ever, right? That's so cool. I mean, he's not much older than me.
The way I see it, if there are creatures in the known world that are capable of harming innocent children like this, then it is not a sin for people to torture people like this for their own pleasure. Right? You know, like Dexter. Right? I'm just going to continue playing this now.
And if he can learn alchemy at his age, then maybe I can too.
Why would you want to learn something like that?
So I can get my state license, of course. And then I could help Father.
You never know, Salim. Maybe you will help me out someday.
I've never finished Dexter. I watched like 3 seasons. That kid is not going to last. That kid is dead in like 3 episodes tops. Is this an odd episode? Episode 14. Alright, this kid's probably going to die in episode 16. Calling it now. I do not trust deadly sins. Anyone has a bet on who's going to die next? You know what? This is how we're going to do it. Prediction time. Prediction started. If you want to take part in predictions, you can't be a mod. If you'd like to be unmodded so you can do predictions, I'm more than happy to unmod you. I can remod you at any time. It's perfectly cool.
Like pebbles?
Excuse me, I see panda. And I see girl that look like panda. And I see girl with hair. You're gonna be that girl from Tekken, I'm telling you now.
Tossed into a pond, a handful of outsiders are scattered throughout Amestris. The ripples each one creates roll inward until they collide and form a whirlpool. Next time on Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Episode 15, Envoy from the East.
Excuse me, but is that entire episode gonna be a fucking JoJo reference? Because that's what it's looking like.
Behind this innocent smile, I hide a blade, and I will find my way to the Philosopher's Stone.
I'm sorry, but I find it very disturbing that a guy is cracking 2 nuts in his hands. I am afraid. Very afraid. Sorry, if you selected the wrong one, there's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do about that. Alright, we're going to take a quick, 2-3 minute break, and then we're going to continue on with episode 15. Oh, we're being rated! Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He just got us as we wrapped up episode 14 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. How are you? How are you? What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to? Let me find that song really quickly while you guys are responding. Let's see what I've got. What haven't we played in a little while? How long is this song? How long is this song? Sorry, I'm just trying to find a song that's really good. I'm looking for... What? How come they don't have, like, the good version of the... Oh my god, this is so stupid. Skip duplicate. I'm a little upset when you look up a soundtrack, they don't have the good songs. Come on, Raiders, tell us what you're up to. Say hi, don't be shy. Hey, that rhymes.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun sized, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.